Guided ahead by Robertson. Taken by Tanner. Back the other way. Hastening right back out of the zone. 5:20 to go. Second period. Tanner. After the puck in the left wing corner. Drives into Suter.
Hey, fam. Had a personal issue. All good things come up. Everyone's okay. But it did require some attention. But I'm here in Chicago. I did catch the last two goals. So one for Dallas, one for Seattle. But I love that y'all are still in here. Again, had a personal issue. Everyone's okay. I'm okay. Everyone's good. It just needed to be handled. So we're good. We're back. Obviously, Jared McCann. Now, I was listening to Seattle before the game. Those videos from earlier are posted. Ooh. I like that Schwartz is giving us the net front presence we desperately need. And it was Schwartz to Schultz on that goal. But the last two goals, what did we see? What did I see, at least, as I'm coming back? For Dallas, I guess I saw the last three goals because I did see the goal that Seattle tried to overcall. Can't win them all. It was. I don't think it was the greatest challenge we've ever had. But the goal after that, net front presence, picking up bodies. The forwards on Seattle are not great at tracking back on the puck, picking up sticks, and they got to be better. Got to be better with that. Oh, let me go into the comments. Yes, I'm alive. Thank you. Like I said, personal matter. Everything's good. I just needed to catch up with family. And I've been on the road, so it took a little longer, but everything's good. Everything's fine. Have the W hat on again. And I really look like I'm golfing. I've got a what's going on? I love that our defenders are starting to travel with the puck a little more. I love that for us. Yes, nothing major. We're good. I love that the community kept each other company for this. That's awesome. So we're on ESPN today. ESPN broadcast, generally speaking, has the analytics, in-game analytics that I really like. Oof, Heiskanen with that bubble. Yeah, Megan, that's the question of the season, right? We talked about it a lot here on Locked on Kraken. I don't know why they don't play well. And, I made a point to talk about it on the podcast. We're on commercial break. I made a point to talk about it on the podcast. There have been a few times where Dave Haxtell has talked about the energy of the crowd. The energy of the crowd is good and all this stuff, which is great, right? In theory, except the Seattle Kraken don't play well. They don't play well in front of a home crowd. So I don't know. I don't know that you can read too much into it. The guys seem to love being at home. I mean, who doesn't? Do they get complacent? It's hard to say. It's just always been one of those things. So maybe we need to pretend the Kraken that's practice facility. We need to pretend CPA is just like golf claps only and keep it like super quiet and hostile. And maybe the guys will play well. Oh, that's very kind, very sweet. But I think y'all are doing a great job. I was able to watch the last three goals, but I didn't pop on. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to have to excuse myself. Everything's good. Like I said, we're good. I just had to coordinate a few different schedules, family schedules, but everything's good. So I did keep up with some of what y'all are talking about, especially as the game went on. No, that's good. We're good. Yeah. Last game was great. I mean, even when you spoke to Seattle or when you heard Seattle speak right after the last game, everyone knew, right? We all knew. I feel like we even talked about it on the last live stream. We knew there was going to be a response from Dallas. We knew that it might be difficult just based on the stats for Seattle to have certainly that level of performance on home ice again, but were we going to tilt? It was interesting right before I came on the live stream. I don't know if anyone's watching this with the sound on ESPN, but it was interesting that the analysts were saying this is kind of uncharacteristic. Seattle's been woof. All right, hold on. Lost paddle for Grubauer. Scramble in front. Oh, big save, no stick. He's not getting that anytime soon. All right. Oh, they've got it. All right. Touch up. Dallas has to touch up. Now Grubauer gets his stick back. There's been a lot of traffic. Okay. Talked about it on yesterday's show. There's been a lot of traffic in front of net in this series. Dallas kind of, their heat map is a little all over the place. They get a lot more access to their offensive zone. They're able to generate from all over. Seattle has had to really pack it in to get goals. And Dallas is doing that in this game. But we knew a net front presence was going to be important in this series. That's what we talked about, I guess, definitely after game 2. What I was saying before the mad scramble, it was interesting to hear the ESPN crew say that they felt Seattle is the most consistent team, and in ways we have been consistent. That being said, they pointed to game 7 in the Colorado series as one of our more inconsistent games. I was like, really? That's what you chose? Because we had game 2 in that series? Game 3? No, game 2, game 4, and game 6? I think game 6 in the Colorado series. Game 6. Oh. Game 6 felt like this. Game 6 was bad. Game 2 of this series was bad. So it was interesting. But again, we've kind of established this. I'm not sure how much deep diving folks do into Seattle. I mean, it's understandable. There's 32 teams, but like, oh, net front, right in front. So everyone gets baited. Everyone is baited, pushing up, pressing high, but Borgen loses this guy. Has no idea he's behind him. That can't happen. And I mean, Philip Grubauer got an initial save there, but he was left. Borgen didn't know he was behind him. Rupe Hintz got that goal. Can't do that. Can't do that. Cannot do that. See, yeah, what's going on with Gru tonight? I missed the first 2 goals. I'll have to watch those back. But to me, like that save right there, that was a save, close point blank range. And then one of the reasons, in my opinion, that the rebound was readily available was first, Hintz walked in. Davis pissed, as he should be. Rupe Hintz was able to walk right on in. Nobody knew he was there. And then It's one thing if you're not there, but then where's the recovery? You have to haul buns to cover back post, because Philip Grubauer, as long as he sees the puck, which he did, he sees the puck, he's squared up, and then he's able to track it as he's pushed toward the middle. But if there's no one on that far post, it's like in basketball, who's covering the weak side? Seattle drives me up a freaking wall when we puck watch and we're not covering weak side. So I have to see the earlier goals. So I'm not saying it's not a Philip Grubauer thing. I did not like his embellishment a little bit right before that that review. There was contact. They were saying he made contact with the glove. I mean, that happens all the time, but it was skate to skate contact. I think Grubauer tried to oversell it. Maybe does he get that call if he doesn't sell it as much? I don't know. Little dicey. Is Hack doing his frowny face, which is still cute? I think Hack is doing I mean, they zoomed in on him. He was walking with some purpose and intention, like he was ready to be where a camera was not. And I think he has some choice words to say to his team. This is not great. This is not looking great here. They get that that one goal, but then they give up one. So yeah, got to figure out what kind of team you're going to be, because things are opening up for Dallas from what I've seen because of what Seattle's not doing. That's playoff hockey, especially a lopsided affair. Something is not being executed properly. Dave Haxel talked to Linda Cohn, just saying that the energy hasn't been there. That was right before our first goal. So the energy's not there. And I don't know why Seattle falls into these, but it's a series for a reason. We knew we had to, getting that first one in such dramatic fashion, putting an exclamation on that first win. It was good, but we knew this one was going to be tough. Yeah. So I don't know. The internet's also been acting weird here. So we'll see. Anyway, not great. Can't do anything about the first two periods. Can't do anything about it. It's done. What do we know? I don't know if this is something Dave Haxel necessarily is reminding his team, but what do we know? Scored 4 goals in 6 minutes the other night at home. We weren't behind, but scored 4 goals. It's 5-1 right now. If we do that, what did it take to get those 4 goals in 6 minutes? That's what I would be asking myself, asking my teammates. What did we do? What did we do? Strong forecheck, tough in the neutral zone. Dave Haxel, I loved this. He talked about, I can't remember if we talked about it on yesterday's episode or not, but he talked about, no, it was in one of his media availabilities after game 2. He said the difference in that game for him, one of the stats that really stood out was that there were 5 different times where there was a 50-50 puck. He was mostly talking off of the face-off, but 5 times where it was 50-50. You have to battle that. And each time Dallas came up with that puck. So he said right there, that's 5 chances for us to improve on the face-off. And that comes from hard work. That comes from determination. That comes from playing the kind of game that Seattle wants to play and doing that at the face-off dot. I want to extend that. We've talked about this before. I've talked about 50-50 pucks. I've talked about boards, battles along the boards. This Dallas team is tenacious, and Seattle can play that way. I don't know why sometimes we forget. I don't know why sometimes we think we don't need to. This is round 2 of the playoffs, baby. You got to keep it up. I expect we play more ferocious in period 3. We need more executions. Exactly. Exactly. Do you think the boys get too distracted by life at home and when they're on the road are more focused? I think that can definitely be a thing. I know sometimes it's a thing for me. I'm sometimes more productive when I'm on the road because you have less things to, you're at home, you realize, oh, this is leaking, or I got to fix that, or, so I could see that. I could definitely see that. But at the end of the day, they've got to fix that. I did wonder. It sounds like Seattle, they stay at home, but in playoffs in particular, I think sometimes you'll see teams that they will just stay in a hotel, even when they're at home, right? They're playing at home because of what you're talking about, Lindsay. So, John, this sounds like an awesome setup. I mean, you have these amazing setups that I think everyone should have. That's super dope. That is super, super dope. They should know that this is important. Heck yeah. Rupe. Oh, he's the one who slashed Grubauer earlier. That sucks. Don't want him to have a goal. Didn't talk about this yet, but Jared McCann back in the lineup. That's good. So, interesting. They're talking on the ESPN the intermission report on whether or not we should take Grube out of the game here. I do like that they make the distinction for those on the panel that I mean, basically everyone said I'd take him out. They're saying this is not a Philip Grubauer problem. And from what I've seen, like I said, I had to handle a situation for the first 2 goals. From what I've seen, I would agree. And we talked about this before. When do you give Grubauer a rest? Is this the right time? Do we want to go with, I mean, it's Martin Jones, obviously. Martin Jones, did not end the regular season the way he started it. We'll put it that way. Do you go with Jones? I'm of a few different minds. This isn't a Philip Grubauer issue. Sometimes you'll hear people mostly speculate. I don't know that I've ever heard a hockey player corroborate this, but sometimes you speculate that when you make a goalie change, the coaching staff, whether players are consciously thinking about it or not, you have to tighten up. It's a new goaltender. You got to sharpen up. You have to think differently about how you communicate. So I'm curious to see. There you go. I'd like to see Jones go in for the third just to shake things up, give Gru a rest, give Jones reps. I think, yes. Earlier in the series, well, in the playoffs, I was very curious if we were going to see Jones for all of these reasons that Striatic mentions. I always think it's tough. As a former bench warmer myself in college, was not a starter by any means. But it's tough when you are the person that it's like, all right, well, this is not going the way we want it to go. There you go. Go get your minutes. And it's not that it's not important, but it's also not easy. I don't know that people really talk about it. I feel like it's one of those things that let me just say, it's tough. It's tough to do that. That being said, you got to be a pro. You got to take your chances as they come. This is a chance for Seattle to give Philip Grubauer some rest, to clear his mind. He's obviously already a little bit frustrated. So, yeah, I'd be okay with it. Yeah, it's been interesting to see. It's been interesting to see because you're right. I don't think this is unique to the Seattle Kraken, and I don't know the other teams as well. What we do know about the Seattle Kraken is even coming into the postseason, we were a team where our road versus away record was noticeable. But in the postseason for all NHL teams, what I like about the road teams meeting success is that it makes for more interesting playoffs. So there's that. Oh, yes. Send us a pic. I want to see a pic. Always have the most dope setups. So, yeah, send us a pic. All right. We've got a big, bad, bold prediction here. I love this. Canner getting a goal this game. Heard it here first. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I hope that he went through protocol. So Linda Cohn asked Dave Haxtell about what's going on with his team. Felt that his team just had a slow step. So then her follow-up, which I thought was great, was about, how do you think Jared McCann is looking? He's like, we're not just focused on one player, think he's doing okay. So, but it's tough. It's tough to generate that chemistry back, right? But I mean, it's Jared McCann. Who was it? Wenberg was asked about potentially getting McCann back. He's like, I mean, yeah, of course, who wouldn't? You did amazing for us. So those are things that you have to figure out. Yeah. Put Jones in and give Grew a break so he's back into good form in Dallas. I think that makes sense too. Waterloo sparkling water. This is black cherry. Not my favorite, but it did what it needed to do. It did what it needed to do. Yeah, you would hope so. Listen, that's not my department. I know McCann definitely needed some time from what it looked like after that hit. Oh, excuse me. So here's hoping. I mean, I hear what you're saying. Maybe he doesn't come back right away, but didn't they? So you've got Jared McCann, who Dave Haxtell said this the other day. He's coming back at I forget the word he used, but basically he said he's coming back not just like into a casual regular season game. He's coming back to the playoffs. So that was what it sounded like is that was Haxtell's way of saying, listen, we really have to be particular with this because it's just an amplified return, however you slice it. So when is the good time? When is the right time to return to a playoff series? That's a tough one. And you have to make sure that your body's ready. But if he's physically healthy, if he's cleared, you just have to kind of ride it out. There's going to be an adjustment period. He missed how many games? There's going to be an adjustment period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So he missed the whole, so 3 games in the Dallas series. And how many did he miss? Was it 3? So what was it? 6 games? Something like that. 5 or 6 games he missed. Those are just games, not even the days in between. There's going to be some rust. And does that have anything to do with the injury itself and how healed he is from that? Again, we're assuming it's a concussion. There's going to be a transition period because there's rust, so the rust versus the rest, it's not an easy thing. Again, I'm popping in. So I haven't seen anything that's looked bad from Jared McCann. Let me see. I don't know if they sent us. They probably did. Let's see. Yeah, projected lines. Because I don't even. Let me just make sure I know what I'm talking about. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. because I wanted to make sure we saw that Emerald City Hockey, Allison Lucan had reported that McCann was taking reps with that fourth line. I just wanted to make sure before I spoke on here, and I know I saw Ty Cartier on that first line, so I just wanted to make sure. But yes, so McCann slotted in with Donato and Tanev because Sprong is out. Sprong, we knew, is day-to-day upper body. I believe it's upper body. I don't know if it's a shoulder thing. I'm just pointing to my shoulder. It's an upper body day-to-day, so that gives you a spot. If Daniel Sprong's not 100% healthy and Jared McCann is making his way back, maybe you go with a guy who needs reps anyway, give Daniel some rest, and then if it doesn't work out, you flip-flop. So I'm not mad at it. It's an adjustment for McCann. Either way you slice it. He's coming back from an injury. He's on a line that he hasn't played with. Now, he's played with Donato before, obviously. And Donato has popped up and down the lineup. So you just have to ride it out. I agree. That was a concern. I kind of alluded to it on yesterday's episode, but Ty Cartier, it would have been tough, even with a healthy Jared McCann, to make way in that way by not having Ty Cartier. He's playing top line minutes. You know, the fitness level of McCann is also something that's going to be an adjustment period. That's probably what I was alluding to. You have that many games off, and it's not like you took off a whole off season, but there is an adjustment to just physically get your body back to the repetition and the grind of playing a hockey game. I will say I do like that Jared McCann was one of the guys that was out there defending Philip Grubauer. To me, that's a good, energetically, he's ready to contribute, and he doesn't, it was a sign for me that he's not afraid of contact or anything like that. Like, he's ready to go back. So I know I saw that yellow vest. Listen, PK Subban is making choices. He's making choices in his wardrobe. He's making very interesting choices with his comments off, or that when he's not commenting in the studio, he's just making choices. No, I wouldn't say that. It's not going to be easy. And if they play the way they've played in this game, then sure, yeah, I guess you could say it's over. But you have to look at the body of work and know that the Seattle Kraken have performed at times well enough to forge a comeback. Is that what they're going to do tonight? I don't freaking know. I don't have a crystal ball. I like to make bold predictions every once in a while, and sometimes I do get vibe feels. I don't have any vibe feels about this game right now. I want to say that Seattle is going to find some goals here. Isn't going to be enough for a win? I don't know. What I do know is that if they don't score, if this is the final score, that gives me some concerns. Now, Dave Haxtell doesn't believe in momentum carrying from game to game. He's all about determination. Well, the Seattle Kraken need to play with some determination here in the third. That's what they're talking about right now on the broadcast. The first few minutes is going to be indicative of if they have a chance. And we do see Martin Jones in net. Ooh, that's a beautiful helmet. Jeez Louise, Martin Jones. How many helmets has he had this season? I feel like this is at least helmet number 3. I'm not mad. This is a beautiful helmet. I'm not mad at this. Martin Jones got us to where we were in the regular season, which obviously had an impact on how we were able to seed come playoff time. Can't say that I liked how he played on the back end of the season. Then he was out with an injury. What do I like about Jones? I like his size. What do I like about Jones? When there are scrambles in front of the net, my man is cool as a cucumber. I say he's a sage burning uncle. He's a sage burning uncle because he has to be. And what's happening right now? Scrambles in front of the net. Philip Grubauer. No, I mean, I wouldn't like having to make those kinds of saves. And again, I don't think this is a Gruby issue, but Jones is really good with scrambles in front, just like right then. He's a bigger body, and he stands upright even when he's in that low crouch, making it. Ooh, that was a big hit, making it more difficult. Who laid that hit? Was it Cartier? I was gonna say it had to be because it was Matty Beniers there and Cartier. I was like, I don't think Matty put that hit on. I would have loved it if he had. You know, I'm not a hit gal, but Matty B gets hit. He gets knocked around. So seeing him give it back, I would like. Anyway. All right. So here we go. Jones and net. First few minutes, solid. Nothing special or spectacular from Seattle. Ooh, look like you got to stick to the face. I like, in theory, McCann joining Donato and Tanev. Adding a little finesse to that piss and vinegar line. I dig it. Hackey is looking solid. I think it's a purple tie. I couldn't get a good read on the suit color. It might also be purple, but like a deep plum. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh! Gah! Ooh, how did Tolvey not get that? I want to take another look at that. All right. We've still got the puck, though. Possession in the offensive zone. Peeling off, I should say. Oh, let's go! Delayed penalty. Goal goes up high. And then now Dallas chirping Yanni Gourde. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I love it. I love it. First few minutes of this third period. Is it over? Maybe it is. But we needed to see more fight from Seattle. I like it. I like how they're using below the goal line. Yanni Gourde, look at this. He looked like he was about to check Ottinger. He thought about it. Okay, I can see why Dallas got in his face. It was like teetering on disrespectful, but Yanni's going to hold his ground. Let's go. I need ESPN again. Yeah. Here we go, Kraken. Let's go. Listen, I know all about that. These games being so late is tough. But we're here. We're here for you. We'll just loud noises and screaming to let you know there's something going on. Exactly. Needed this early goal. It's by no means over. Still a lot of work to do, but this is what you want to see. This is what you have to build on. Regardless of how this game goes, remembering these moments and how you fight back. Jones, I think, hasn't had a lot to do. He's playing the puck well enough, serviceable, as I like to say. Serviceable. He's doing everything he needs to do right now. Hattie for Schwartz. I'd love to see it. Schwartz has been playing very well. Good tie up along the boards by Dallas. That was smart. It's getting loud in CPA again. You'll love to hear it. Dallas is getting a lot more aggressive in their defensive zone, which being, big hit. Who is that got tossed on the ice? Was that McCann? Might have been. Martin Jones looking good. Martin Jones looking good. It would be nice for Jared to score. And, this is what I'll say about Grubauer getting pulled or getting replaced at the intermission. In my mind, I don't know how this, in my mind, it's different than getting pulled mid-game. Obviously, you get pulled mid-game. There's not really a conversation that happens before it, unless your coaching staff is talking to you about scenarios. Psychologically, and it's a really small little thing, but I do think it matters. I think psychologically it's a little bit different to get pulled in the middle of play as opposed to, in theory, having a conversation as a team saying, you know what? Because here's another thing. I mean, I honestly don't know, but maybe it's like baseball. In baseball, there are scenarios where it would make a lot of sense to pull your starting pitcher. But if your pitcher gives you their word that they're ready to go, that they want to turn things around, that they want a chance, a lot of times you'll hear that they'll give that guy a chance. So you can have those conversations when you do things at the intermission. So I'm hoping everyone's on the same page. Hey, this is why we're doing this. Let's just get you some rest. That being said, everybody else, go do your damn job. Do your job. This is what we need from you. This is what's expected of you. Don't worry about who's in net. That doesn't matter because you need to do your job. And if you're doing your job, it doesn't matter who's in net because the puck's not there. That's all. That's all. Like in my head, that's how the conversation would go. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like Grubauer has done everything he's needed to do in this series. Were there some shaky moments? Sure. Is that bound to happen? Absolutely. If I had to divvy out those chances or those moments that felt a little dicey in the playoffs versus his whole breadth of work for the regular season as a member of the Seattle Kraken, I'm taking playoff Grubauer every single day and twice on Sunday. He's been fantastic. This is not a Grubauer thing. Give the guy some rest. He needs it. It's been a grueling, grinding series. Give the man some rest. I'm perfectly fine with this. And in some scenarios, I know I said it the other way earlier, but in some scenarios, this has to be perfect for Jones. There's no pressure. He's not starting with a clean slate. Oh! How did that stay out? All right, come on, boys. Retrieve. Oh, it's out. Wow. How did that stay out? It was right there sitting in the blue paint, right on the post, and we couldn't poke it in. But you see, if that was Dallas, that would have been a goal because Seattle, unfortunately, were not great at having someone cover the far post. Ooh, that was a little awkward. Jones handled it. That was a little awkward. All right. Everyone's okay. Finston's like, how? Look at this. Ottinger, they're doing the replay now. Oh, good initial save. And then it just kind of sits there. Alexiak can't get back to it. Woof. It was the end of his stick. The nub of his goalie stick keeps this out of the net. Wow. Oh, wow. Because it was going to bounce back. Oh, my gosh. Woo-wee. So the goalie stick has more of a pronounced top. And that's what kept the puck out of the net. Wow. 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 It was so close. And then a good job by Dallas. I love defense. I feel like you should know that about me if you don't already. So on the far post, you also see Dallas. They had the goalie cam. They do a great job shielding. I don't remember who it was from Seattle, but they're shielding the forward that's trying to attack and get to the loose puck while also having enough strength to bring their stick to then clear the puck. That was beautiful defense. That was beautiful. That's miraculously not a goal. But those are the chances that you have to keep creating. Yeah, Gru's been a beast. I like Jones. It's the Jones that we like, the Jones that we love. If Jones could be consistently, if he can play the way he played early in the season, Jones is my favorite goaltender we've ever had. I know, like, there's a lot happening with Grubauer last year. There was a lot happening with Drieger last year. There was a lot happening with both of them this season. But if we could harness that Jones, it's just enough chaos where it makes it entertaining. But I also have every faith in the world that he's going to handle it. I really like Jones. I like his size. I like that he gives us size. Even when he drops down into the butterfly, you don't immediately get to pick those corners because of his size. And I think that matters. Yeah. Ooh. Vince Dunn is getting harassed. Maybe like a wee bit of a slew foot there. I got to look at the replay again. I don't know how Matty Beniers got something. It wasn't like a hard shot, but I don't even know how he got that shot up. McCann is playing a different game. McCann is playing a physical, wraparound chance. I'll get back to that point. Put a pin in that McCann thought. Here goes McCann, speaking of. Okay, so now we're at even strength, but we had on the ice, it was McCann, Eberle, and Beniers. Offsetting penalties here. Ooh. All right, so we're trying to figure this out. What I was going to say about McCann is that he's playing a more physical game. To me, that indicates that he doesn't necessarily have his legs and or his lungs back. So the way that he's impacting the game is being a little physical. Now, take aside the fact that he's in the penalty box right now. He got speared between the legs, and so he whacked at a guy. Completely understandable. So that's not exactly what I'm talking about when I feel that he's playing maybe a little tired. That's just, I mean, I don't love it, but I also understand it. It's not comfortable to get, to get speared. It's not comfortable to get speared. But I do think McCann is a little bit, you want to talk about the team being a little bit of a step behind. I think McCann is he's a smidge behind, a scotch. So what is he doing to impact the game? I'm noticing him just be physical, a lot more physical. So again, this is a little bit of an outlier because I think if you get speared, I mean, do what you got to do. That's kind of how I feel about it. But know that there's going to be a cost. And this is a penalty. It's an offsetting. So I don't love him in the box, but at least he took someone with him. Oh, Schwartz has been really slippery. He's been really great for us below the goal line. And I love that. Schwartz is battling in front. I love that. I freaking love it. He's been able to find some goals that way. This is chaos hockey, Lindsay. Yeah, a little bit of chaos. A little bit of chaos going on. I'd like to see Bjorky get going. He was our Game 7 hero, right? Oh, yes! Oh, good save! Good save. Good save. No bones about it. On IYKYK, I believe. But you see the defenders for Seattle coming up as options in the offensive zone, trailing the action, taking the slot when they can. All right, we're back to even strength. So we're more than halfway through the third. Shots are 24-14 in favor of Dallas. I'm going to have to change that in a big way if Seattle wants a chance. Or what did I say? I said IYKYK. That was on Susie. It was Susie, not IYKYK, so that's my bad. Catching up on socials. So, like the start, I do think we hit a little bit of a low. Can we get some energy back in our legs in the next 9 minutes? It's possible. Am I promising a win? Absolutely not. I'm not feeling drawn to the fact that we're going to make a full comeback. But I do think we have a few more goals in us. I do. I really do. I think we have to score at least 2 more, even if we lose this game. I think we have to score 2. I know Dave Haxtell doesn't believe in momentum carrying over, but psychologically, I want us to get to a place. So we talked about this in the Colorado series. There were games, there were obviously outliers, but a lot of close games, a lot of 3-2 games, not a lot of high scoring games, but all of the games, even the losses, were close. Excuse me. I want to see Seattle fight for close games in this series. So not to just be resigned in this case to a 5-2 score. If you score 2 more goals, why not just score another one? You know, at that point, why not just go for it? Go whole hog. So let's go. Let's go. That's what I want to see. Let's even this out. Send it to overtime. If you must. Let's get back into this. There's no need to press, but you do have to play with some energy. Big save by Ottinger there. Should be a delay of game. Should be a delay of game. Delay of game. Let's go. Yeah, we got to go. We got to go here. So now we've got a power play opportunity. It's a delay of game with 8:53 left in the third period. I want a goal. I want a goal right now. Let's go. These are gifts. We're being given gifts. It's only polite to respond. Jamie Benn in the box, delay a game. Just get a goal. That's all. Nice. I'm going to check it out in a minute. I'm really kind of pissed that he didn't keep that puck in. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it either, but that's all right, Ebbs. Let's go. McCann, yeah, his touch he's just a hair off. He's just a hair off. It's not terrible, but it's noticeable. For me, it's noticeable. Had chances. Dallas is really great at recovering deep into their defensive zone. They pick up sticks really, really well. I mean, if I were rooting for them, I'd tell them to go body to body a little bit more, but they are great at picking up sticks. There's just no doubt about it. Come on. 28 left in the power play. Not bad. Not bad. 19 seconds left, though, in this power play. Not bad. I'm not ready to clap until we get a goal. You need to score here. Like, maybe it doesn't come in the power play proper, but I want to see us score in the next 2 minutes. That's really all I have to say about that. It just has to happen. At this point, it has to happen. You want to salvage this game, but also, again, build more determination for the next one. Just go ahead and get a goal. 6 seconds left. Okay. All right. Power play is done. Wasn't great. It was great. I liked what I saw early, and then the momentum started trickling away from Seattle. Now, I don't know what Vince Dunn is doing here. He's taking his sweet time, trying to get the flying V going. Dallas is just playing smart. They're playing exactly how they should play with a 3-goal lead. They're doing everything they have to do. Little miscue there. All right, it's time to go, boys. Got to get a goal. Ooh, Jones just pushed that over, just barely. Gotta get a goal. Any second now. Love it. It's we've been better. We've been better, but we're here. Really want to see Seattle Kraken score here. I'm focusing a lot of energy on them getting a goal in like the next 30 seconds. Let's go. We need a goal. I really want 2 before this game ends. Minimum 2. I don't want to, put a cap on it. But we need a minimum of 2 goals here for me to feel okay about this. Still not great. Plenty to talk about on tomorrow's episode, but I'd feel a lot better about it if we get a goal here. Cartier, come on. Oh, the centering pass. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Larson. 92 miles per hour. Woo! Great job cycling. Great job with puck retrieval in the zone. Great job. Cartier right there in front. Yeah, I don't think it hit anybody. He just found the right spot. Let's go. Should Ty have stayed in the lineup tonight? Absolutely. Absolutely. To me, that wasn't a question. When we knew Sprong was a maybe, that's what I figured. It would be a swap there. Ty Cartier, keep that kid in the lineup. Now, I do think it's been interesting. I'll have to look at it in the box score. But that was even strength. So who is Cartier on the ice with? Because you have seen McCann get some time on that line with Eberle and Beniers. I don't think McCann looks great. He is playing a more physical game because I do think he's a step or 2 behind. So he's doing a lot with his body, which is fine. You got to do what you can do. I kind of like him with Donato. Empty net for Seattle. They're saying it's a gamble. It's an aggressive play. I'm here for it. Like I said, we need 2 goals, baby. I need a minimum of 2 goals before this for us, just to be clear. So you have to be clear sometimes when you're manifesting things because then you'll get something that you didn't ask for. To be clear, I want a minimum of 2 goals from Seattle here. Yeah, Ty is in the lineup, and he's doing well. How is McCann doing? I've been saying it. I think he's a scotch behind. Not bad, but he's not 100%. If I had to gauge it, I'd say he's not 100%. Can we get two more? Can we get 2 more here? I think we can. Yeah, it's getting dicey. Empty net, 5-3, 3:14 in the game. No, but that's not what I'm saying. I don't think that I'm not advocating to not have McCann in this game. I think that you have McCann in this game knowing that he might not be physically at like hockey game day pace. How do you let the puck trickle out of the zone right off the face-off, boys? We're trying to make a comeback. All right, we got the puck back. Let me relax. Empty net still. We're in the offensive zone. 2:55 left. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Ooh! We got lucky there. All right, reset. Yeah, I'm not advocating for McCann not to get in this game. That's not what I'm saying. He needs to be in a game to get his game lungs back. Ugh. Why is it Domi? Why is it Domi? Can't. No. Still need another goal. I don't care. Still need another goal. Folks are leaving. I always think that's disrespectful, but also we paid a lot of money for those dang tickets. You best believe I'm staying until they kick me out. Still need another goal. I didn't promise a win, but I need another goal. Just because you got to show that you can score. You got to show that you can score. So you got to show that you can score. So get another goal or two. Might not get the win. Oh, John, I'm taking a look right now at this setup. That's beautiful. What a backyard. Amazing. Amazing. Should have watch parties at your spot. That's great. Yeah, Lindsay, not great. Exactly. Not great. Not great. Just score another one, boys. Score another one to show you can. And, take this one on the chin. Knew it was going to be tough. Now we're even Steven if this goes the way it's looking. 122 left in the game. Ooh, big hit there. Get the puck. Go towards net. Minute left. Dallas, they are not aggressive necessarily on the forecheck, like coming into the offensive zone, but they absolutely stand up Seattle as soon as they enter their offensive zone. As soon as they cross that blue line, it's just stars. 34. $20 seconds. I don't think I'm getting my second goal, which I'm not happy about. Last push. Give me a goal. Come on. Martin Jones scores. No. It's not looking good for the boys. All right, that's it. Well, on to the next. That's all we can say, really. Thanks for coming in, Megan. Yeah, I mean, yes, but obviously it didn't phase them, and that's what we need to do. Turn the page. I don't love this for us. I'm not, about to rip my hair out. Yeah, I don't love this. And Seattle needed to do more things to play to a better result. Yeah, I always say that and I never get a nap. Jones was fine. I thought Jones did fine. There was that one puck, and they talked about it on the broadcast. It was a puck I think he thought was coming in at more velocity and speed than it did. It was basically like a changeup. But that being said, he was in good positioning where it couldn't tuck under the crossbar. So, I mean, I thought Jones did great. Let's go, Road Warriors. Let's go. That's right. Yep. Jeff, we're tied 2-2. So we've been here before. We know what it takes. We've been here before. So, all right, folks, I'm going to set up the live stream again. Hopefully we won't have any issues for Thursday. I'm going to set it up. I know I usually open the room about 15 minutes early, or at least I schedule it for then. I'm going to schedule it for puck drop just because I know that I have an engagement right before. It should not conflict, but you never know. That's what this week has been like. So we'll set up the room again. We'll do it all again. But as you did today, feel free to chat amongst yourselves, and I will hop on just as soon as I am able. But yeah. Draw out the series. Let good things happen to us. Let bad things happen to them. You know, it is what it is. Would I have loved this win? Absolutely. And I think it was Wenberg that said, listen, you know you have an opportunity to take command of that. You think about it, but not to the extent that you are expecting it. You have to play to a result. Seattle did not play to a favorable result. That's it. That's really it. There's more to get into, and we'll talk about it tomorrow on Locked On Kraken, and then get ready for Thursday's game day. Let's go. Let's go. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Get some rest. See you on Thursday. Hold fast. Stay true. There are some things. I know now I'm being like, am I being the Pollyanna now? There's some things we got to talk about, but I'm not, it's a series, baby. You know, I will drag the team when it's appropriate, if it becomes appropriate. It was a loss, not great, not ideal, but let's not get our panties in a twist. There's another game. We move on. We're on the road. Everything's good. All things good. That's it. That's all. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. That's it. Keep the faith. Hold fast. Stay true. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming through.